Hey, friends and everyone, welcome to KFD&D. We've got one player running a little late tonight, so instead of just leaving it up on the screen with you guys watching nothing, I thought you could watch us. Watch each other awkwardly, but have a little bit of news first, as always. So tonight is KFD&D, our Dungeons and Dragons game, run by me with these amazing players. Tomorrow night, we're going to be playing Among Us, which, if you've been watching lately, is super fun. We basically run around and murder each other on a spaceship, and then blame other people for it. Typically, it's me handlebars, like 99% of the time. He's very sus, but
Well, what about Matthew?
Matthew is the most
Matthew's
sus.
the most successful.
He is the murder
There's a
hobo.
difference.
He's the murder hobo. Oh my gosh.
So if you
Mm.
haven't watched that, tune in, watch it. It's incredibly fun. It's kind of taken Twitch by storm. If you want to play with us, jump onto our Discord, which is going to pop through on our social media every once in a while, thanks to the amazing Nightbot. And there it is. Join us on Discord, sign up for games, sign up for other exciting news. In other more fun news, I didn't share this yet. I am just struggling tonight. We talked about this a little bit last night. We have Givers and Gamers. We have a save the date for that coming up in February. That's going to feature probably 2 D&D games, maybe more. So we'll have signups for that soon. Again, check us on social media and check us on Discord for updates. That way, you're the first to know. We did this last year. This is literally the reason Jillian and I started streaming, and a reason that some of our friends are involved. If you go back and watch the original Givers and Gamers, you're going to recognize a lot of faces that were there for our different sessions, because we have an incredibly supportive community and we appreciate them so much. In other great news, why don't we check on our current follower goal and see what happened last night after the stream? Look at that. Another follower. That puts us at 100 followers before Christmas. So not only are we at 100 followers and 25 subscribers, so that means I will be playing I Love You, Colonel Sanders, dressed up like Colonel Mustard, and we're just going to make it a Christmas miracle. So it's going to be Christmas Day, 8 p.m. That way it's not too early for Bourbon Donald, but not too late for Bourbon Donald. Like a good in between. So we will go ahead and play some amazing I Love You, Colonel Sanders, which is a KFC dating sim, actually like sponsored by KFC. I'm not 100% sure.
I,
By all
I,
means.
I know the deets.
Yeah, why don't you go and tell us about it?
So, essentially, about a year ago, KFC was like, "How do we stay relevant with the kids these days? A dating sim." And so then, yeah, they made a dating sim where you could date Colonel Sanders, and it's about you going through culinary school, and it's very fun. And I know one of the artists that I follow on Twitter made like a lot of the art for it, and I'm not gonna lie, they had no business making Colonel Sanders that hot, like no business.
So I'm looking forward to playing it. Hopefully you all will be able to tune in. I know Christmas Day, people are going to have things to do. We totally understand. But also pandemic, and we want to make sure people are staying safe. And, we're doing our part to keep people safe. And I think we have our party member joining us. Whoop, there he is. Good to see you, buddy. So we normally go through and do a brief character introduction. I think we're going to skip that for now. Tim is going to go ahead and give us a recap of what's happened leading up to this point in our adventure. While he's doing that, I'm going to be looking at the keyboard and fixing our Zoom and such. So, Tim, let's take that away.
Sure thing. I'm going to do a quick recap of episodes 1 and 2. Okay, the world is flat, and we are all sailing to the edge of the world on our journey to the mostly confirmed but mostly undocumented new continent. The catch is that it's off the edge of the world, meaning it's a one-way ticket. All of us have our reasons for going, except for one who is an accidental stowaway. Over the edge, we tried to save some gnomes who crashed on their attempt, but we're only partially successful against some seemingly evil and probably hungry merfolk. Continuing on, we lost our ship to a kraken and were knocked unconscious. That takes us to last session. The 5 PCs, us, awaken on a beach, find a shrouded humanoid that we are unable to communicate with until our bard Tam enables a psychic link. These are dangerous areas and enemies are on their way. Too late, we get attacked by lizard folk. And although we win the tussle, we need to move. They'll be back and in greater numbers. Our new acquaintance wants to guide us to a settlement in exchange for vouching for her. She moves too quickly, though. Chime and I are able to keep up, but Karn, Tam, and Ken are not. Our guide is also not willing to slow down, so I make a judgment call, and I split the party. Sorry. Ken, Tam, and Karn make camp. Ken waxes on about his desire to atone for past decisions and rallies Tam and Karn to focus on their motivations as well as unify with a common goal, figuring out this strange new continent coming together. Chime and I are led to a small settlement. When we realize our guide doesn't speak common, Chime can only talk in short phrases, and I look like a demon. Again, sorry. So that's not ideal, but we somehow managed to gain a wary acceptance from the settlement leader. He cautiously accepts my offer to help attack their daily onslaught of demons, even though he suspects I might be one. Chime and I then decide to go back and find our missing party members now that we know where the settlement is. And through some strange lucky dice rolls, we're able to find them with surprisingly little resistance, and we're able to get back to the settlement sometime before daybreak. Ken takes over liaison duties and agrees to help them in exchange for food and board, as well as info about this strange continent that we're on. Our new acquaintance has somehow seemed to catch the eye of the town leader despite not speaking a common language. And in the morning, we're attacked as expected. We destroy and banish some demons. And that brings us to right now.
That was great, and I am almost done. Characters, you guys have anything to add before we move on?
Chime and Tam are best friends.
I am all about that shit.
They're all my friends. Everyone is my friend.
Or an S-bird.
After the battle, Karn is just saying, "I'm not dead yet."
Yeah.
It's rough and coarse, and it gets everywhere.
What are we talking about?
Sand, apparently.
Oh, okay.
All
To
right.
keep it abridged, I left out all the new phrases that Chime picked up.
So many new phrases.
I know.
Like we're just
So
gonna
many
Great
great
phrases.
ones.
a time compendium soon.
Can do a chime wiki.
Good.
Or what?
Soundboard. We need a
Good, and
soundboard.
I would.
We definitely need a soundboard just for chime. Okay, I'm on my
I wish.
last screen to update.
Chime board.
I'm bored.
Chime board.
Chime in with your thoughts on the chime.
Uh-huh.
Almost there. So as I mentioned earlier, we started streaming for Givers and Gamers, and the thought of trying to update something like Zoom windows during a live stream would have absolutely terrified me. And luckily we're doing it now too. It's just it's not so bad. I'm gonna have to let Blue out as well. He's being a little whiny right now.
Blue cam.
Blue cam.
I don't have the camera set up for him right now. I can pick him up
Okay,
if he comes over
then
here.
just pick him up.
What
Pick
time
him
of
up,
day
and then
is
it's
it?
blue cam. Then
Uh,
it was
Blue
cam when
sounds.
you
The
pulled
attack
in
happened in the
front of you.
morning, and that's where we're going to pick up. Oh, Jillian got him because she's amazing. Thanks, honey.
Wait, I wanted to see Blue.
Well, he done left. He'll be back later, I'm sure.
Dang it. You can always go grab my cat.
We can. Okay, now we're all set.
There's
Oh,
hydrate.
and Danga wants us to hydrate. Big shock there, right?
Filled up my bottle just for you, Danga.
Okay, and Hamed, I know you just got home, so do you need a couple more seconds to get situated?
I'm good. You guys will have to tolerate the obvious fact that I'm cooking dinner while it's a tomato soup and grilled cheese sandwich.
Oh,
So
that sounds
That sounds
delightful.
good.
yeah, so you'll
Can I
see
come to
me
your place for
move.
dinner, Ahmed?
You're welcome to drive however long it takes to get to Owensboro, Kentucky. But yeah,
Oh, hey, Brambeard. Is that TJ or is that Richmond in chat right now? Apparently, Hamed, you have friends that we watch stream all the time. We're probably gonna raid them later tonight. You know, Richmond.
Ramlet. Yes, we went to college together. He's one of the nicest people in the world.
He is phenomenal. He does Brambeard Gaming, who we love watching them stream. They're very funny, just great guys. So that's awesome.
They're fun to watch.
They're very fun to watch. We will very likely be rating them after this broadcast if they are still on.
And I'm going to personally raid Richmond at his home. I don't know where you live, buddy, but I'll figure it out.
It's not a threat.
It's
Not a threat. It's not a threat.
little weird, but it's cool.
Only mildly threatened.
Wow,
Okay.
doors open. I guess that
I mean,
means
you
not a
have
threat.
raids, dude. It's positive raids. Sure, the pirates sometimes would bring confetti and cake. You know?
Oh, so much cake. I'm actually having an issue with Roll20 right now. Big shock, I'm sure. Tonight is just being one of those nights.
Oh, I've got my actual analog dice as backup.
Perfect. I just couldn't switch maps. But anyway, so it's still morning. We are just moments after the demon attack. You use lay on hands to bring Karn back from the brink of death. It wasn't quite that bad. He was knocked unconscious, but it was very heroic on your part, as always.
Lay on wings, if we're being honest.
Do you guys want to do the quick character rundowns? Everybody's kind of up to date on what your characters look like. Cool.
Okay.
Let's go with Hamed and Kenduckian first.
Where are we currently relative to the rest of the city for the listeners at home?
For the city, you are
Rather.
just on the outskirts, right where they were starting to build the defenses from the incoming demon attack. Like, we are right after this attack happened. Just nearby. Now I can pull the map up hopefully again. There we go. Basically, as you all see on this map, and I'll describe for our audience at home, Karn is next to some civilians who, while they didn't help in the fight, look absolutely terrified. So you are just in front of Karn near Tam. Tam also being a little worse for wear after this fight, being hit by some of these demons, with Chime and James kind of back near the main house, what kind of doubles down as storage and an inn for this small remote fishing village. Next to Tam is me and names today are not going great. Grayson, the self-proclaimed, as far as you can tell, leader of this town, who implored you to help defeat this incoming demon wave just moments ago.
All right. Ken walks up to, I guess, Karn and the rest of the party and kind of just begins to pontificate like he normally does. We need a healer. It turns to one of the townspeople and asks, do you have a healer in your village?
Town person, none to speak of. We might be able to scrounge up a potion or two. Yeah.
I think great, dude. I would also like some crackers.
Some crackers. Yes, of course. They quickly run into one of the nearby houses.
Okay.
Kind of disappear for a moment. Grayson walks up to James, slaps him on the shoulder, maybe a little too hard, but still, it's obviously a sign of affection. All right, demon. Guess you aren't so bad. What was your name again?
It's James, and I appreciate it. I know I come off as this, but I appreciate it very much. Also, that was exhilarating. I loved it. Love slaying demons.
Well,
Chime would like to interject and say, I'm all about this shit.
Yeah, glad to hear you. Glad to hear you say that. We can't keep doing this. I think that's obvious. The attacks seem like they're becoming more frequent now. If you could find an end to this, we'd certainly be grateful. All right, Dengue, hydrate. Let's do it.
I just did.
Me too.
Well, I can only speak for myself. I would love to help if I had the support, but these my travel buddies, we just met each other like a couple weeks ago. I can't speak for them, but if I can have the support to take on this task, I absolutely would, because slaying demons is pretty awesome.
I'll stand behind you.
I
Ye-
go up to.
Hey,
Go ahead,
hey,
Tam.
friend Tam, would you
Yeah.
like to join us in finding out where these attacks are coming from?
Yeah, I go up to James and I'm very interested in impressing him because I really want him to be my friend, and he's been very resistant so far. But I will crack that down. So I offer all my psychic powers and any other powers, and I'll sing a song, whatever it takes, whatever you need, James. But
You're-
will you be my friend?
You're pretty good with that with that pipe. That's yeah. You know what? Yes, I will be your friend.
This
You'll be
girl's
my
got
friend.
self-confidence issues.
So tell me what you need. And I start. I burst out in song, singing "I'll be there for you."
Like you've been there before?
Sorry, what?
Like you've been there before?
And I'll be there for you when the rain starts to pour.
You all sound like friends.
Such good friends. So close to a DMCA violation that we cannot afford.
Chime can clap.
So Chime, I know you're not here under your own will. I mean, you don't wish to be here. We picked up on the fact that you would rather be home.
Makes the baby crying noise.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. Do you?
I'm sorry. That was funny. Well, that's unfortunate.
It's unfortunate. It sucks. But what do you want to do while you're here?
As you make that baby crying noise, one of the villagers, the same one who went into the building looking for crackers and a healing potion, kind of comes out frantically. She's a younger human woman, probably in her mid-20s. Was there a baby? Is there a baby? Did someone find my Cecilia?
No, that was our friend the Kenku over here.
Wait.
She was mimicking the sound of
Oh,
her child,
Child
which
missing.
she is
Oh.
missing.
oh, of course. Here, I found 2 healing potions. Please, thanks, Denga. Everybody, make sure your posture is acceptable. And probably not quite crackers, and she's just barely keeping it together. And hands you like some type of hardtack, and immediately turns her eyes starting to well with tears and okay, and just darts back to this house.
Ken follows her.
Okay.
Like to enter. He doesn't enter the house, but he kind of knocks at. If there's a door, is there a door frame on this or door on this house?
There's a door. It's a crude wood door. It's not even closed. It's she kind of swung it behind her, but it wasn't enough force to latch.
He knocks and he walks right in and begins to talk to her. What's the matter? You said something about a Cecilia.
Yes, my daughter. I bore her shortly after we made it here. She's gone. Just gone.
What happened to her?
I put her down for the evening, and she gestures to a crib, just in the corner of the hut. And the next morning, she wasn't there. We've looked all over the village. Everyone's searched for her. It's been 2 weeks, and she's just gone. I guess that's just life in this new world.
Where I come from, we don't accept life as it is. I will try to find your baby, but you must give me some article that belonged to it.
Oh. Okay, of course. She walks over to the crib. There's a small doll made of straw and leaves and bundled together. Just almost very crude, very rudimentary. She always loved just this. I can't bear to see it. Yes, take it. Just take it.
Had there been any other reports of children going missing in this village?
She was the only child. This is not an area where there's children are common. They typically stay in Brownstone, but this village is different, and we wanted to get away and not deal with what Brownstone was becoming.
Do you have any enemies?
None that I'm aware of, aside from these demons that have been attacking, but that's been a relatively recent phenomenon. I don't even think the 2 weeks. I don't know. I've really given up hope, and she just looks at you and kind of clutches at your cloak. And don't give me hope that's not there.
I understand. But I will do what I can to try to find your child.
Thank you.
Karn walks up behind Ken and just asks, "Do you happen to know which direction they took your Cecilia?"
We have no idea. No footprints to speak of. Nothing. We searched and searched and searched until we couldn't search anymore. But no sign whatsoever. And I know defending the village from the demons is more important. I get that. But it'd be nice to know something.
We will do everything we can. I'm not going to see a child just ripped from its parents.
I'm trying to get Ken's attention, trying to wave him, come back over here.
You're the type of people I was hoping to find when I came to Greystone. She timidly reaches up to Ken and wraps her arms around him, and tears just welling on your shoulder. Luckily, it brushes off easily because you're a duck, and that's very fortunate for you. Thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome. I guess Card and I go back to the rest of the party and kind of relate the conversation we just had.
All right. Ken, as a paladin, do you have detect magic? If there were no footprints, can you? And it's probably too far gone, but is there any way to see if there's any magical way this baby was taken?
I don't have that spell yet, as far as I know. All I can do is divine sense, and all that does is tell me whether or not there's some sort of evil being, like a fiend or something around. I've already done that for today, I believe. But
You have.
yeah. I guess
Okay.
You actually get multiple uses of that. It's based on your charisma modifier. Sorry to get out of the role playing, but so you do have multiple uses between long rests.
Gotcha. Charisma modifier is 1.
Okay, so you have one use today. Never mind.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. So it was just a thought, and it was a long shot,
No,
anyways.
it's 1 plus the charisma modifier.
You got 2. That's
Yeah.
double.
All right.
All right. Next thing I would like to ask you guys is, so we know Chime. We know she cannot communicate with us super well yet until we get to know her better. Tam, since you've taken you've taken a long rest since you've connected with our friend Daniela Sexbang. I'm wondering if we should take the opportunity to connect with Chime, which I am super weird. It's weird. We have not thought about doing this before, but maybe you can connect with Chime just so we can find out a little bit about her and find out what she wants to do with this group that we've kind of put together.
Sure, I'd love to. She's also my friend. And I'll do anything for you, James, because you're my friend too. You said it. Did you hear? Did you hear yourself say it? You said you're my friend.
Did hear myself say that, yes.
So I cast Mind Link?
Yeah. Okay. So,
So Chime
Chime.
just gets to speak freely now?
well, now you don't speak freely, but you can communicate
Ooh, yeah.
directly to Tam. And it's a psychic communication. It's not out loud. So
Right.
you all would be able to communicate back and forth without your
So just to be clear,
limitations.
Tam, you'll repeat everything she's saying to you, right?
Or
Unless, okay, perfect.
whatever you need, James.
But
Just say the word.
you have to be within 20 feet for it to continue working. Once you're out of that, it stops working. And it only works on one creature at a time, so you would lose that connection with Daniela. But okay, yeah, they can.
So what would you like to know, James? I'll ask her anything.
I
Start
can
with
understand you. You know that, right?
You can or you can't.
I can.
Hey,
Hi.
Look.
okay.
at
It sounds
what-
like you guys are going. I'm just gonna let you guys go. I can't understand her.
so
While they're doing that, can I recruit Karn to help me look for clues around the village?
Yeah, of course.
Okay. Hey,
What do you
Karn.
need? Yeah.
I think we should try to find some signs of some sort of break-in, either around this maiden's house or around the village. You want to help me out?
I would be more than happy to.
I'm gonna stick around here with these guys. I may have a few questions that Tam may not think of.
Sure.
You do you, buddy.
Go ahead and roll investigation. If you're both kind of doing it together, with advantage for whoever has the higher investigation.
Sweet. All right. That's for some reason not working for me. I may have to roll analog dice. Wait, no, it works. Never mind. Sound must be cut. So my highest is a 14.
Okay. I'm gonna let, as you're searching, the conversation between James, Tam, and Chime is gonna happen, and then when that wraps up, we'll get to what you may or may not have found.
Excellent.
Okay.
I think
fine.
Chime, if you just want to just start telling Tam everything you want to tell her first, just get that out. You probably want to say a lot, probably.
Oh God. Where are we?
I want to know where we are.
First
We
thing
don't
I know, I'm just, borrowing some things from a ship at the harbor. And then it sets off. And everyone's telling me that we're not going home. And I don't know what's happening. I have a husband and a child at home. And also, my name's not Chime. It's and then she makes the sound of wind chimes. But I guess in your common language, I guess that's what you would call me. But whatever. And I have a small child at home. What am I doing here?
Okay, breathe. Try and breathe. Take a deep breath in and out. So, Joel, Chime's freaking out. She doesn't know where we are. And she really wants to go back home.
Don't tell them I'm freaking out. I'm not freaking out. I've been the calmest one here this whole time.
Okay, she's yelling at me now. She's not freaking out. Wait, hang on. Chime, of course you're not freaking out. I just meant that as a compliment, that you're ambitious. Please stay, my friend. You're not freaking out. She wants to go home to her child. We need to get her back to her child. What can we do to get her to her child? I can't lose her. She's my friend.
You realize you'll lose me if you stay here, right? I mean...
I'm trying to get you back to your child.
Yes. Whatever.
Okay. Child at home. That sucks. That you're not with your child. Okay. We'll have to figure that out. I have no idea right now.
Yeah.
But we'll try.
James said he'll try. I'll try too.
I can understand you when you talk.
You can only understand me.
I can fully understand you when you talk.
Oh.
I can only mimic.
True that.
If you tell me something enough times, it'll probably stick. Or if something's funny, then I'll remember it. That's why I know how to say nuts for sale, because I heard that all the time back at home. Because there's just that one guy that would stand on the corner and scream nuts for sale.
Why is she screaming nuts for sale?
She likes mimicking people, and she heard this guy yelling nuts
Okay.
for sale a lot. Where we
is it okay? First of all, okay, Chime. I would like to ask, until we figure something out, do you want to stick with us?
I mean, that seems like the best way for me to survive. So, yeah, I'm not about to try and solo this whole continent or wherever the hell we are.
She's skeptical, but she's with us.
Okay.
Lie? Tell him what I said.
So.
She's yelling at me. I'm scared.
Okay. So okay. First off, sounds like there's a demon infestation around here that I really want to take care of. And also we have one of the settlement villagers here who lost her baby, and we would sounds like Ken is volunteered himself to go research that, go look for that, figure out what happened. So we already have like stuff to do here. And we're probably going to do it because the rest of us chose to come here, but we will help you in whatever way we can.
Why would you choose to come here? Look at where we are. We have a couple of huts in the middle of the woods. My guild back home was better than this, and we were all thieves. We literally stole our daily bread every day, and we lived in something that wasn't squalor like this.
She doesn't like where we are. She's used to higher standards and stealing.
Oh, all right.
I'm gonna say out loud. So you're a bastard.
You can swear.
Me or Tam.
She points at Tam.
Oh.
Okay.
Tam, in sadness, walks away a little bit and starts singing All by Myself.
You're so dramatic.
Tam, come back.
Okay.
Come back, friend.
Yes, Yes, you call me friend. I'm back. Yes, James. What do you need?
Okay. All right. So, Chime, we're going to keep going about this. We will try and figure out something for you. Is there anything else you want us to know right now that you normally can't tell people because you don't normally speak common that you can think of?
Don't treat me like an idiot. I completely understand you. I just can't communicate back to everyone. I'm pretty smart. I'm not the greatest. I like shiny things, but like I'm intelligent. I'm an intelligent being.
I want
Don't call me
everyone.
Bird.
Okay. So Chime wants everyone to know she's smart and amazing and intelligent and talented and does not like being called Bird. She demands respect.
I'm sorry if I said anything that led you to believe otherwise. Okay. All right. So that's all
You
I
guys
got for
good?
now.
Okay.
That's all I got for now.
So Ken and Karn, you spend several minutes really poring over the outside of the house, and the unnamed woman who has lost her Cecilia does let you in to kind of look at the crib again and look around. And with it being about 2 weeks ago, and even the village isn't able to find anything fresh, it seems like the trail itself is completely cold. You look very thoroughly, and just it seems like there's nothing. Like maybe this child really just disappeared into thin air.
I have an idea. Maybe we need to find a soothsayer. Not just on the whereabouts of this child, but maybe our own personal missions. I'm here to find my brother. You're here to find your parents. I'm sure the others have questions they want answered.
Ken turns to the maid and asks,
Is there a soothsayer in this village or any villages nearby?
She kind of looks confused for a second.
An oracle.
Not that I know of. This is a simple fishing village. I don't remember one in Brownstone. I wasn't there very long. But if there's one anywhere...
What is Brownstone?
Brownstone is the main city that has been developed. We left there. Grayson thought it was too commercial, too greedy. It was everything that was wrong with the old world to begin with, and they were just redoing their mistakes. Why would we want to stay there? So we came here and formed a community where we share. Most of our sustenance is from fishing, and sometimes we'll send someone to Brownstone and attempt to trade for other supplies. But we're barely making it as it is. They were hoping to maybe start a farm on the other side of those defenses. And she kind of points out her window and looks. But with those attacks, there's no way we could maintain that. But yes, Brownstone, it's maybe 2 days to the east. Just follow the coast. It's where most settlers make it in. If you didn't come from there, where did you come from?
It's a long story. I don't want to get into it right now.
I think we should talk to leader
Grayson. Yeah, I agree.
Grayson.
Let's get out of here. Ma'am, if we have any information, we'll come back and let you know.
I just have one question, ma'am, before we go talk to Grayson.
Of course.
Aside from us, has anyone else, I'm not talking about a demon, anyone else visited or been through the village?
She thinks.
I knew I liked you, Karn.
Haven't seen anyone new. I don't even think we sent trading in that time. We try to limit it. It's a dangerous path. No, it's just been us. I'm almost certain of it.
Okay.
Why? Do you think someone here's responsible?
Just checking up on any possibilities.
These people are like my family. They wouldn't.
All right, let's talk outside.
Okay.
We head outside, kind of go back to the crowd. While we're walking towards where Tam and Chime are, Ken's just kind of musing, just kind of thinking out loud with Karn.
You think we should interview some of the villagers, maybe?
It might be worth it. I mean, she does seem pretty shook up, and I'm not sure. She may have missed something.
Yeah, she's a little too trusting. She let a giant duck in her house just now.
Maybe we shouldn't lead with that. Maybe we should find out more about the area and the continent, and where the hell we are first, before we start asking questions that people could potentially start getting defensive over and shut down.
Yeah, I see where you're coming from, James. We really haven't earned the authority yet.
Well, I was curious because these people, they've been dealing with the demon invasions, but I wanted to at least narrow down the possibility that anyone else had possibly come through the village.
I think that's fair.
Okay, you guys are heading to Grayson?
Yeah.
Okay. He's still out here the entire time, surveying the area, kind of instructing some other villagers on where to build some more of these wooden pikes for defense against the next demon invasion. Kind of looks at you. Kind of thought y'all be heading out by now. What can I do for you?
Yeah, we are heading out right now. But there are a couple of problems that we'd like to solve. First off, do you have any idea where these demons are coming from?
One of our scouts, he thinks they're coming from the north, and he kind of points out they're actually coming so frequently, I don't think the trail will be hard to follow, especially for adventurers like you. You made it from where? How'd you even find us?
It's a long story. I don't want to talk about it.
Well, you've earned your trust so far, so I won't press you on that.
My next question is, what do you know about the baby Cecilia, who went missing about 2 weeks ago?
As you say her name, he winces, almost like a knife has went right through his heart. She was our hope, that everything was going back to normal at some point. Here we are. It's the damnedest thing. Put to bed, and the next morning gone. Panic. You'd think the woman was possessed, searching everywhere, yelling and screaming. It was hard to watch. We had calmed her down and asked her what happened. She said her baby was gone. We searched the house, stopped everything in the whole village, and searched the surrounding area. And we found nothing. No track, no trail. After a while, we thought maybe we'd find the body, find the bones, but nothing. And we're still searching what we can, but it's weird. It's not right, you know? Why? Do you know something?
Nothing more than what the mother told us. Part of our intention is trying to figure out what may have happened and see if we can find them. So we're going to head north, if everybody else agrees to that.
Yes, I am good with that. I have a couple of follow-up questions. Just like, where are we? What is the name of this continent? What is the name of this village?
You go right ahead, demon.
Do you have
Grayson?
Do you have a map? Is there a map of this place? Like, we don't know anything about this place.
Grayson puts a hand up towards Ken and says, "His name is James."
Is that right?
It is.
I have a name.
And what would that be? I don't believe we've been properly introduced.
Wait, you're talking to me?
Yes, you referred to James as a demon. I'd rather not call you Duck. You've already helped us. You're already offering to help us again. The least I can do is show you the basic respect.
My name is Kenneth Mandrake Duckian III. You can call me Ken Duckian. I'm a paladin of the Order of the Rose. Wherever there's a demon that is truly evil, my job is to extinguish it from this world.
Gets another smile, holds a hand out. Grayson.
Holds a wing out, shakes his hand. Pleasure to meet you.
So to answer your questions, James, this is Graystown. We left Brownstone, 6 months ago, thereabouts. Just seeking a different life. In terms of naming the continent, it's called many different things. Some people just typically just the new continent. Nothing has quite stuck yet. But Brownstone is the main city. There's other villages scattered. We try to get news, but everyone's kind of focused on taking care of themselves right now. We're trying to build a community here. Keep everyone safe. Maybe start families again. But he glances over towards the hut where the mother's likely still crying on her bed. It seems like it's a little more difficult than we thought, just to keep everyone safe.
So Brownstone, what's the population there? Are we talking like a couple hundred or a couple thousand?
Last we checked, and a couple hundred. It goes up as ships come in and make it there safely, and goes down as people leave or die. But it seems relatively safe. They last we saw, they had wooden palisades completed around the main perimeter of the city, and we're working on actually building walls using the brownstone the area is named for. Sorry. Danga is having us hydrate.
Already done.
Which is a good idea, because getting a little parched. Thanks, Danga. Other than that, we hear news trickle in. Other cities trying to pop up on the coast. Sometimes they're raided by creatures that leave no real mark. Just the burning husk of a promise of a city. We're lucky here. We're lucky you came along.
So how many villages like these are there? Is it like 10? Is it like 100? Do you have any idea?
I would venture to guess it's closer to 10 than 100, but we haven't traded in probably 3 to 4 weeks with Brownstone, and we don't have a schedule of when ships are coming in. We just don't know. Communication with the old world is more or less non-existent, so it's just as ships come in, sometimes they make it to Brownstone, sometimes they don't. So there could be other cities out there, but it's almost impossible to navigate these waters. You know what's out there, I'm sure. You've made it here.
Yeah, we found a kraken.
Abandoned ship.
Yep, Chime gets it.
Yeah. It found us, but
Last question for now, at least. Do you have a copy of a map of the continent, or at least this area, that we can have? And if not, if you have any map, can you make a copy for us? And if we come back through, we'll pick it up.
Paper is pretty precious for us, but yeah, I'll have our town scout draw up what he knows. It probably won't be the best, but yeah.
We'll take anything, because right now we're basing everything on nothing. We were led here by our mysterious acquaintance Daniela. So
even as you say her name, his kind of sullen expression turns to a smile. Oh, thank you for bringing her here.
Actually, I remember one more question. So we were attacked by some lizard folk on the beach when we awoke from our unconsciousness. Have you encountered any lizard folk? Any attacks? Any dealings, trades, anything?
Nothing. No. Just the demons in Brownstone. We were completely peaceful until a matter of weeks ago. It's been real weird.
Okay.
Just kind of came out of nowhere.
We don't have time. Sun's gonna set. We need to get going.
Sun's gonna set. We just woke up like an hour ago.
Yeah, there hasn't. You guys investigated and talked. It's still relatively early. But with all that conversing, if you guys want to take a short rest to kind of make up for it, you hasn't really strained yourself, and that way you can kind of get some hit points back because you should all still be from where you were at combat.
Fair.
Everyone would agree.
But
Rest
some of us shot from the shadows, so we're at full health.
Well, I was talking to others who are not.
Okay.
I'm
Others
good.
aren't as cool as Chime.
Oh, but we have the healing potions, but should we keep those for a rainy situation?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Probably be in our best interest.
So you can use your hit dice on your character sheet. If you do hit dice, it'll roll that for you, and you can roll. You should have up to 2. But you can do that as needed. And then I have added a loot list that you all can see in your journals, along with the healing potions and the amount of health they provide. So, oh, nice rolls there, Karn.
Nice. You rolled 2 7s, so 14. What's your denominator or your total health, max health?
19.
Okay, not bad.
You guys are looking pretty good. All right. So is the plan to head north and attempt to find wherever these demons may be coming from?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sounds good.
Agreement.
Plan.
Which one of you would like to lead the way?
Mr. Demon, be my guest.
I'm sensing some animosity with
She's
And-
going to repeat what Grayson said and say, his name is James.
Who taught the bird how to talk?
She does not like to be called Bird. Her name is Chime.
Hey,
Well,
that's
it's something I can't pronounce, but she will accept Chime.
She
All right.
opens her mouth and it makes the wind chime noise.
Whatever. Let's get going.
James, go ahead and give me a survival check with advantage
Okay.
as you attempt to find this path the demons have left on their numerous attacks.
16.
Okay. As soon as you're outside of the town, you're able to find a very clear path where these demons have likely taken the same route every single time they're coming to this village. After a couple of hours of walking, maybe even shorter than you thought it might have been, you approach an area where you're just walking and everything seems fine. It's peaceful. It's kind of, you could imagine it being pastures if this was a more civilized land of rolling hills. It's a beautiful sunny day out. The grass about knee high to most of you, maybe about calf high to Ken, being a gigantic duck. Scattered.
That's pretty short. It might be like
That's true.
almost all the way up.
Oh.
Shorty pie.
You guys got some tall grassing for you. Scattered trees. You can really see why people would think this might be a land of opportunity and maybe imagining a future here. But then suddenly, just kind of as walking, you see it a few feet off, but there's a large just sinkhole, almost like the ground just collapsed. Likely about 30 feet across, 30 feet wide, almost in a perfect circle. And on the edge closest to you, a rope ladder secured to the ground, leading deeper into this hole.
Hey, look what we found. What do you guys want to do?
Run!
I say we send the bird down there to investigate.
Her name is
Smart ass
Chime.
bird.
Sorry. I say we send Chime down there to investigate.
Chime, can you fly? Then
No.
do you want to be the one that goes down there? All right, I'll go.
Even better. Demon going back to hell.
His name is James.
And Ken follows him.
Okay.
Okay.
Anyone else?
Karn will follow as well.
Okay.
Since they're all my friends, I sing "Lean on Me" into the hole to support them.
But
Quiet.
staying up top.
Ambushed.
I'll stay up here.
Okay.
I want to keep trying company.
Now,
Just
I'll go in after them.
Okay.
I'm willing to go in after them. So I'm gonna point at the hole and point at me.
just real quick, kind of out of character. Can everyone see this map?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Perfect. So you can see the whole map. I didn't do lighting because there's issues with that running on computers sometimes. So please don't scroll around to make my life easier. Thanks.
Yeah, zoom in if you can. So.
Okay.
I see nothing.
You descend the rope ladder. It seems like it's in good shape and likely hasn't been here all that long. And as you sorry, go ahead.
Sorry. I am immediately going into my demon hunting mode. I'm going to start investigating, looking for signs, footprints, weapons, chips,
Okay.
recent markings.
Go ahead and roll survival again for me. Or actually, do investigation. You're kind of looking around. So let's do that.
19.
Nice. Okay. So you
Is it
spend. Sorry.
Dark in here.
Well, in this area, it's still relatively light because you have just descended. The above you is still open,
Okay.
but to the east and to the west, there are passages going both ways. I'll get to describing it in just a second.
Okay.
And as you look down those passages, just mere feet after, it's almost pitch black.
I have dark vision.
Okay, perfect for you. So you can see a little ways down there.
I have dark vision as well, but I also have the light cantrip. So
Oh, perfect.
So I'm looking down and Karn, look down that way. It's dark.
So the area you're in currently is just full of rubble. It's rocky terrain, difficult to walk on. Obviously, there's kind of the remnants of grass and huge pieces of rock that have fallen from above, piles of dirt. But as you start to investigate and look around, your expert demon-trained eye, you notice very clearly the marks of demons coming from the tunnel, just the feet gnarled and likely clawed and sharp, coming from the passage to the east. But what maybe surprises you a little, humanoid footprints, mostly going to the west, but along the southern edge of this chamber you're in the dirt, they also head towards the east. Less frequently, but that way as well.
Guys, look at this. This is,
thing.
these are not demon footprints. Like those are, like definitely, but not these. They're humanoid, and they're not webbed.
What do you think's going on?
Don't know.
You think they might have hostages, or
Eh. I mean, it's hard to tell.
No, I think there's more than just the demons down here that are going to be unsavory. Be on your guard.
Ken pulls out his great sword.
Okay.
Get your arms and your weapons ready.
Anybody have a torch?
got light?
Anyway, you can put it on this sword.
I have a candle.
I'll do.
I have a torch if Karn, if you don't want to use your light spell.
It's a cantrip. You can use it unlimited amount of times.
I no, just giving him an out.
Okay.
No, I don't mind using it.
Okay. So you cast the cantrip. Your celestial blood having magic of light and joy and happiness or whatever you might be. A small bulb of light spherical, appears kind of midway up your greatsword, Ken, and allows a illumination. You can see now what was otherwise dark, little bits in each cavern or each tunnel leading away from you. The walls look to be unfinished, crude, likely not worked. Maybe an actual cave, but definitely, and Tam, you definitely noticed this, not of dwarven quality, not worked like your potential ancestors might have done, and definitely different than anything that Chime has seen in the city. Just kind of screams nature. Tree roots kind of, in some places, coming out that have been undisturbed for hundreds of years. But at this point, everything seems okay, right?
Chime would like to pull out one of her daggers and kind of like hold out the hilt side to Karn.
Do you want me to cast light on your dagger as well? Then consider it done.
So I believe that is a concentration spell. So as you cast light on her dagger, the light on Ken's greatsword starts to flicker, and then suddenly just disappears as you're unable to focus on keeping both spells up at once.
Okay.
I'm going to
Who
triple
wants
check.
the torch?
That is concentration.
You know what? You can give it to Chime. What's her name?
Chime,
Oh.
yep.
I'm actually wrong. I will be the first to admit that. It is not a concentration spell, so you can have both of those up. Never mind. Forgive me.
Thanks.
No
Okay.
problem.
James, what direction do you suggest that we should go?
I am leaning towards the one less traveled first. But that's what I would normally do. I'm more of a scout than an aggressive attacker, but I'm willing to go with the majority here.
All right. I'll take the rear in case we get ambushed.
I think we should head to the west first. Just because we're only seeing the humanoid footprints from that direction. And it might help us we might be able to get some information out of whoever we find, rather than just walking into a group of demons.
Tam feels conflicted because everyone's her friend. She doesn't know who to follow. So she kind of runs back and forth between Karn and James.
Tam, you better choose correctly.
Oh my goodness.
I don't think we should split the party right now.
Please.
Chime, do you have an opinion here? All right.
I've got an idea.
I'd like to use divine sense to tell which side the demons are coming from,
Okay.
what side they're on.
So divine sense lets you know if there are demons within 60 feet of
that
you.
one direction. Gotcha.
Let's see. As long as you're not behind full cover,
Mhm.
you do sense two fiends within 60 feet of you. You
But
get
not
a
which
sense.
way?
We're gonna house rule that a little bit to make it more useful. It feels like the pull, the darkness and the evilness and the hate that you're kind of sensing with these fiends is coming from this direction.
What direction is that for the
Oh.
viewers at home?
Almost directly to the south, thank you. But maybe a little bit to the east.
I
I'm
have a
sorry,
sense
west.
There's an enormous amount of hate somewhere to the southeast.
Or west, was it?
It was south. It's like a little bit to south by southwest, really.
Southwest.
Chime is going to roll her eyes at the I sense a lot of hate,
Good one.
but otherwise make no comment or noise.
If I saw that, I go to give Chime a little fist bump.
Yeah, sure.
Ken furrows his eyebrows.
All right. I'll take up first. I've got the dark vision. I'll get my crossbow. Anyone need a ranged weapon? I got 2. Nope. Okay, let's go.
I run quickly after James because I feel like he lost trust in me because of my confusion, and I want to make up for it. Also, I can't see in the dark, so
And you,
Hey Tam, you may not want to be, right in front. You not having, armor or anything. So, but I appreciate your stick-to-itiveness.
so you're heading to the west first, is that right?
Yep.
Awesome.
I'll take a position right behind him.
So as soon as you enter this basically tunnel, it's about 15 to 20 feet wide at most places. There's a slight sound of water trickling kind of throughout, and the combination of rock and just earth. Little bits of moisture maybe are visible dripping down. Maybe forming stalactites after a couple thousand years. Who knows? Tree roots again are intermingled, and out of the corner of your eye you maybe see some type of bug kind of skitter across the ground in front of you, burrowing into a small hole it's burrowed in the side of this cavern. The smell is just musty and damp and dank, just mildew kind of everywhere. Not a pleasant place. Very, very different than where you've been before. And as you continue, I'm going to go ahead and move the party. Is this your kind of your formation-ish?
Ken's supposed to be in the rear.
Yeah, I'm gonna move up in front, so still towards the rear.
If you encounter something, I'll give you a second to kind of move things around beforehand, just in case, because this is a very safe area you're going into.
Yeah,
I'm convinced.
I've heard that lie before.
So
You would never say that and not mean it.
It continues relatively straight, some small bends and turns. Again, just feeling darker. Almost feels like you're going deeper into the earth, but you don't have a solid sense of that. And as soon as you kind of feel like you are for almost certain, it kind of comes back up just the slightest bit. There's a.
I'm trying to pay attention to see if we're making a lot of noise, and I assume we are because of Ken's plate. Or I'm sorry, mail.
Plate armor.
Yeah, I'm assuming you're not trying to stealth.
Yeah, I didn't think it would be possible with the plate, so I'm just making it.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay.
There's quite a bit of dirt, and other like mossy material kind of hanging from the wall, so it's not reverberating like it would in just a cave like made of pure stone, but you're definitely clunking against the ground, and you kind of being a trained scout, it really sticks out to you that if anyone is listening, they're gonna hear you coming without a doubt.
All right, so I just say, just try and be as quiet as possible, but I just don't limit yourself.
After maybe 100 feet of walking, not too terribly far, the passage seems to end, but then it almost makes a right hand turn, and you're going back towards the east, and it looks like it ends again, and there's a portion maybe about 10 feet wide. You don't have to by any means squeeze through, but heads back towards the like your mashed potatoes. Head back towards the northeast.
Also hydrate.
Oh, thanks, Danga. So much hydration.
Oh yeah, it's great. It's like canceling out that tequila shot I had earlier.
Once again, you continue. I'm gonna assume you're continuing unless someone tells me to stop, so we can just keep on going.
Yeah.
After about 30 feet of walking, it splits. One going to the north and the path continuing to the northeast.
And you getting anything? Picking up on any hate?
That's a one-time thing.
All right. We'll wait for tomorrow then. Want to make camp? Just kidding. Let's. Which way you want to go?
Ken furrows his eyebrow again.
Lead the way, Mr. James.
Okay,
Does
you're-
Chime have any? Does Chime have any coins on her? Like, I know technically, like we start out with some gold, but I don't know if we lose any of that.
Oh, you should have a little bit of coinage.
I have technically like 15 gold.
Yeah, you have that. It's kind of a universal currency in the world.
Okay.
We'll get into the economics of the continent later.
So I guess are there carvings on each side of the coin?
Yeah. You
Okay.
pull out one, has an eagle, like a double-headed eagle on one side. The other is a warship with full mast and very
Okay.
impressive.
So I'm gonna point at the warship and then point to the left side and then point to the double-headed eagle and point to the right side.
Okay.
And
And
while
I'll
she's
hold it
doing
up and be like,
while she's doing that, I'm actually gonna try and investigate the ground and see if there's footprints one way or the other.
Okay. Go ahead.
25.
All right. So go ahead and what does your coin come up with?
oh,
Chime?
I don't know.
Go roll a
D20
d20.
even odds.
Yeah. Even we'll do eagle. Odds will do warship. 17, so that's an odd. So that's the warship. Did I say warship?
I'll be honest, I forgot which direction was which.
Warship was the left hand.
Okay. So James, you see the human footprints. We're going directly north, but this time, you just the light spells and your dark vision catches it just right, and you notice the slightest mark of demon footprints. Something has been here, and has been here recently.
So Chime, we're going north. Cool. Okay. Everybody should get their weapons out because this looks very fresh and is not quite humanoid. We may be facing something here.
Done and done.
Pick him up.
You
Check
head
pulls out both her
north
daggers.
into the passage. Go ahead and rearrange however you'd be in this situation, because
Okay.
I'll describe what's about to happen, and the next words are going to be roll initiative.
Okay.
What a surprise.
I'm okay with where I am.
Karin, let's back up one.
Actually, hold on initiative real quick. I can redo Karn's, I think. Karn, go ahead and just reroll, and I will change your number real quick.
Reroll?
Please, yeah. I'm bad about clearing out the previous one. Yep. Give you your first roll there, and everyone else, go ahead and roll initiative.
I'd much rather take the 17 than the 3.
Can't imagine why.
Oh boy.
So what you see in front of you are two just rotting, disgusting bodies. It just looks like the personification of disease. Their skin is slowly falling off. Their limbs are kind of hanging loose with flaps of skin. And as soon as you're in that corner, they notice you and sort of saunter towards you, ready to attack. So let's rearrange this. Let's switch the music over to some combat music.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Time to fight against Nurgle. Oh, wait a minute. That's the wrong franchise.
All right.
This is like just making sure. This is a demon, right?
This is a demon.
My eyes are smiling. So is my face.
Chime, you are first. What do you want to do?
Chime would like to ready her daggers or dagger, in preparation that if anything that is hostile gets close to her, she's ready to shank a bitch.
Okay, so you're going to ready an action to attack if
Yes.
anything hostile gets within 5 feet of you.
Yes.
Do you want to move or do anything else?
I'm gonna pat James on the back.
All right.
I can just sense his excitement.
Sounds good.
Shit.
Karn, you are up next.
All right. I am gonna move into position against this demon fleshy rotting thing,
Okay.
and I'm gonna do a two-handed attack with my quarterstaff.
Awesome. Roll to hit.
That is a 6.
All right. You take a solid swing, and you maybe just misjudge the size of them. They're actually, as you get closer, a little bit smaller than you imagine, and your quarterstaff just goes right above his head, just missing. As you can, like, the whooshing sound kind of spreads the awful smell further throughout the room.
Oh.
But otherwise, you're fine. So you got your movement, got your action. Anything else?
I think that's gonna be it.
All right.
It's my mouth. The smell is in my mouth.
Tam, you are up next.
So I run up a little bit, so about 10 feet or so, to get within 30 feet range of both the undead or this decaying being thing. And I cast Bane to set us up with hopefully some advantages.
All right. Can you go ahead and click on your spell book, and it'll kind of do that spell for me?
Whoops.
All right. So up to 3 creatures of your choice, they make charisma saving throws. And if you look on your character sheet on your spell book, it'll tell you what that difficulty should be. Well, that one got a 2. That definitely failed.
Wait, I'm on my spell book. Where do I find?
Oh, good. So go character sheet spells. If you look at the kind of the top, it'll say spell save DC.
Oh, okay, 13.
All right. So the first one, he is completely under this effect of the spell,
Okay.
and will have this little marker on him that I will show the map here in just a second. The other one, just your spell is powerful, but doesn't quite seem to take hold on him, and he resists it. Do you want to move or do anything else?
No, I'm good where I'm at.
Awesome. Next up are these demon creatures. So the first one, since they have the lovely Karn right next to him, he is going to take a swipe with his claws. Luckily, he has Bane on him. And it does a number on him. He looks like he's completely almost like blinded by this spell, this power coming over him, and his claw just doesn't make anywhere close to contact with Karn. Missing completely. And the second one, the second demon, saunters up next to Karn as well, and is going to take a swipe with his claws, realizing that there is fresh meat nearby and they need to eat. This time he gets a 19.
Ooh.
Is that going to hit you?
Yep.
All right.
Seems-
You take 5 slashing damage as his claws, if you thought the smell was bad, just excruciating pain as these are kind of barbed and sharp, and just the claws in them are just made for causing pain and torturing poor creatures. But instead it's going to hit you.
Ow.
All right. And next up is James.
Yeah. All right. So I think it's a little too late to try and hold them in place because it just stops them from moving, but doesn't stop them from attacking. So I'm gonna not worry about that right now, and I'm just gonna fire a bolt into this closest one here. All right. So attack with my crossbow, which, by the way, when I leveled, I now get bonuses to ranged attacks.
Nice.
That is a 15.
That
Yes.
hits. Roll damage.
3 piercing.
Alrighty. The bolt almost goes completely through him, as it just the skin again is diseased and just everything icky, and a bunch of pus shoots out from behind him. And the bolt immediately goes to the ground once it hits him, but it's still up and kind of at you as it realizes where the bolt came from. Do you want to move or do anything else?
No.
Okay. Kenduckian, you're up next.
All right. Ken kind of sizes up the demons and would like to run towards the closest one with his great sword high in the air.
Sounds great. So he's only about 20 feet from you. You can kind of squeeze next to Chime and James, and there's enough room for your duck bod to get up next to him.
I'm gonna say
Your
cleave it in
big
half, duck.
shaft-like butt.
And swings down with the great sword right on top of this dude's head.
Yeah, duck you.
If I'm going to be a benevolent GM today, if you want to be in that square next to it, which I'll pull the map up so our people at home can see, because you could be right there, you'll be flanking it, and you'd have advantage on the attack.
I didn't know I could occupy that square.
You
I'll
can.
definitely, yeah.
We're going kind of rough. So for those watching at home, with D&D, it's an optional rule. If you have the situation where you have players across from a monster, you have advantage on the attack, so you get to roll 2d20s instead of just one. And take the higher score. How'd you
Does
do?
11 AC.
11 does hit.
Okay. 5 slashing.
And with this one, you seemingly take off an entire limb of this creature. It's in rough shape, but still standing, and turns to look at you, just this hatred and disease and pus seething out of its body. Not happy is the TLDR.
Seems like you were right about that hate.
Chime, you are up next.
Okay, so everyone else has kind of been taking the heat for Chime. Right now, she's gonna sort of move up. Oh, that's my dog being sassy. So where there's this fork, she's gonna try and kind of like sort of come up next to the corner.
Okay.
So that she's got like at least a little bit of cover on one side. And again, she'll ready an action for her daggers if one of these demons comes close to her, then she's ready to attack.
Sure. Okay. Karn, you are up next.
Okay, I am going to attack the demon that I'm flanking alongside Ken here. I'm going to go after it with a two-handed quarterstaff attack.
Okay. Attack with advantage.
And that's a 22.
That hits. Roll damage.
Roll tide.
All right, give me just a sec.
Bravo.
All right, that's an 8.
All right. This time you have it sized up just right. Your quarterstaff swings violently, knocking the head of this demon off that's already just almost in shambles. As its body parts kind of crumble, they turn into what appear to be roaches, skitter off and start to dissipate as their essence is sent back to whatever plane they came from. Do you want to move or do anything else?
No, I thought they smelled bad on the outside.
That'll never get old. Tam, you're up next.
So Tam, seeing the bravery of Karn and wanting to impress him, because he's the one of the party that she hasn't really befriended as much, pulls out her light crossbow and aims at the undead guy, screaming, "This is for you, Karn!"
All right, roll to hit.
Dang it, 5.
Dingo, we did all drink, even though we're not
Yeah.
on
Yeah,
screen right now.
We're switching around, but thanks, Dinga. We appreciate it. Your crossbow bolt, maybe you're a little too focused on Karn, and it just sails wide. The opposite side of Karn, luckily, no danger of hitting one of your allies. And it embeds itself in a bookcase that you kind of notice behind the demon a little bit. Do you want to move or do anything else?
I move closer to.
Okay, so about 10 feet right next to your buddy Karn. So the demon, again, having an available target right next to him, basically making his decision for him, and takes a big swing with his claws at Karn. Not coming close to begin with, but on top of that, with Tam's Bane helping out even more, doesn't make solid contact with Karn and doesn't hit him whatsoever. And the demon still, in most intelligent creatures' mind, retreating would be the only option here, but doesn't appear that that's even crossing its mind. As James, you're up next.
Finish him, James.
I am gonna line up a bolt and fire it right at him. That is a 16.
16 hits. Roll your damage.
9 piercing.
At this point, it's a perfect shot, hitting it right through its terrible dark demon heart. As the bolt pierces it, it explodes into, again, just a deluge of bugs and other disgusting creatures that no one wants to think about. And
I would
those,
like to eat the bugs.
before they even hit the ground, they disappear into a black mist, sending this demon back to its initial plane of existence.
I close my eyes and I take it in and I take a deep breath. And even though it's disgusting, I am very, very satisfied.
Right, and with that, the demon essence is gone, and it's shortly after that they dissipate. The smell is much better. You didn't realize how much you missed the smell of mold and mildew and other cave-like smells. But before you stands what appears to be a small encampment. Very
Okay, really quick. Chime wants to go over to Tam. She wants to stand next to her and kind of nudge her and then say, "Who has the sausage?"
I accept Chime for whoever she is, and just turn around and give her 2 thumbs up. Because she's confused and innocent.
Okay.
Is that link still going on?
I don't know.
Yeah, how long does a mental link
How
last?
long does that last?
Oh, sorry. It is still... You guys have never been outside 20 feet, so...
A day, right? Or
Yeah, until you end it, so...
yeah, you guys can talk all you want.
Okay, I'm gonna tell
Who
Tam.
has the
I
sausage?
think he likes that a little more than he should.
What are you talking about?
James.
Oh, but don't say those things about him. He's my friend.
Okay. Okay.
All
But
right.
Tam's really confused because she's trying to be friends with everyone.
While they're talking, Ken goes to investigate the bookshelf.
So as you kind of look into this room, it was a very basic encampment for... we'll describe the room and let you jump to your own conclusions. So the bookcase appears to just be an empty bookcase, completely empty of anything else, but the bookcase itself is there. It looks like it was kind of hastily made, not of the best quality, but maybe did the job. There's a single, basically like a primitive cot for a single person. The sheets are still on it, neatly made. The sheets are of moderate quality, likely cotton, but a high thread count for sure. Very nice.
Egyptian cotton.
Yeah, the equivalent of Egyptian cotton. A single chair with a single desk. On that desk, a book that, while it looks like on the map it's open, it is in fact sealed, bound in red leather.
Yellow leather.
Gold inscription on the outside inlaid with a mixture of symbols and arcane runes that, at first glance, none of you are able to determine what that might be. It does have a lock on it, but no visible keyhole to get inside of this book. The campfire that you see just to the south there has rocks all around it, completely cold. No other sign, and there is a single chest off to the side of the room as well. I heard some...
So I'm looking around, trying to gain perspective, and I rolled an 8. Apparently, still high on adrenaline from the kill I just got.
For sure. Are you looking for anything in particular, or just kind of looking around the room?
Mostly just trying to discern the book on the table.
Okay.
Doubt I got much more than you already explained.
Yeah, you definitely found the book, and that's about it. I see.
Guys, I found a book.
Karn, I see you rolled investigation. What are you looking for?
Wait, can I learn? Guys, I found a book.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Take a look. It's in a book.
It's reading Rainbow.
Well, I'm just investigating because I rolled a 10 on the investigation, but I think that would allow me to at least notice whatever we just fought. It wasn't what set this up.
Very, very likely conclusion. And Hamed, or Ken, I see you rolled investigation as well. What were you looking for?
Anything notable that's out of place in the bookshelf.
Okay. The bookshelf itself, like I mentioned, is completely empty, and you kind of run your hands, maybe looking for secret buttons or compartments. And you spend a good couple of minutes, a very thorough check, and do not find anything.
Ken flips the bookshelf.
Okay.
Wait.
A simple flip, and it tumbles to the ground, crashes, and falls apart into just dozens of pieces as this shoddily made bookshelf has no longer served its purpose.
Anyone need a torch?
I have torches.
Chime wants to scramble through all the bits to find anything shiny.
Okay. There was a nail that was shiny. Like a single nail. The rest of them are dull and rusty, but this nail, it's shiny.
God. We find anything of value in this room?
There is a chest that no one has went to yet, and James has kind of looked at this book. And a very basic glance at this book, it looks valuable. You don't know what it does, but any type of book bound in leather with gold on it and a lock is probably something that's interesting.
Hey, James, I think you should grab that. It might come in handy.
Uh-oh.
I'm so
Lost
sorry.
some video.
My dog just decided to rip out the Ethernet cable, so I'm back.
Oh no! Give me 1 second. I need to fix our video.
So sorry.
No problem. But you guys keep on your role playing and talking, and I will deal with this.
I have no clue what you said. Probably within the last 1 minute.
So, Carl, you were looking at that chest. You want to Phil chime in?
Wait, shiny things?
I would like to investigate the chest to see if there are shiny things.
So, also you found a nail. I don't know if you heard that part.
I didn't hear that. I found a nail.
Oh,
And
no.
also somehow we also lost another person.
Yeah.
Oh
Give me...
boy, I'm like half of me.
We are
on the
getting...
street.
Yeah, there's there's some really great things about Zoom and streaming, and there are some really bad things about Zoom and streaming.
Very sorry.
So no worries.
When it works, it's super easy.
It's super.
When it doesn't,
honestly,
it's not.
It's honestly never super easy. So we're just gonna go to this screen for a second, and I'm gonna work on fixing the stream.
Lord, you see what you've caused.
Well, just to let you guys know, I rolled a 3 on my investigation, so guys, I think we're in a cave.
Hey,
I
careful.
found a crate.
So what were you investigating on the chest itself?
Mainly to see if it was locked.
With that, you don't have to roll. It's not locked.
Oh.
With the 3, you barely figured out it was not locked.
What's a chest? Then in that case, I would like to try and open the chest.
Okay. You are able to open the chest. No issues. Inside, there's a small coin purse. A quick glance. It looks like it's all gold inside, but unless you want to take the time to count it out, you'll just have to figure out that later. Some kind of ragged robes, but definitely robes, likely fitting a medium-sized human. Some pillows, some extra sheets, blankets, small bits of like iron rations that are packed away, so cheeses and hardtack, dried meats and dried fruits. But that's all you're noticing.
Okay, I would like to take the gold pieces then, along with some of that delicious hardtack.
All right. So I'm just going to add a coin purse to your loot list. And we'll deal with that later.
Does Chime hear the jingling of the coins?
Most definitely.
Oh, she's gonna like pick her head up really excited and make the coin jingling noise.
We'll split it later.
Anything else in this room that you guys would like to do?
I'm gonna take that book with me.
Okay. I have your loot list.
Is it like a soft bound leather or is it like a hard bound leather?
It's a hardbound leather.
So I can't like even peek in it to see what language it is.
No, and on the outside, it looks like it's runes that none of you kind of just at a quick glance identify.
All right.
Is there a nice pillow on the bed?
Yeah, that's a pretty nice pillow.
Chime would like to take the pillow.
You got it.
She's all about creature comfort. Being a literal creature and needing comfort.
Chime, there are even more pillows inside the chest.
Yeah, there's a couple more pillows in the chest.
I'm gonna do Can I do an Arcana check on the book on the runes?
Of
See
course.
if I
Chime
recognize
has gotta use as
anything?
many pillows as she can.
Absolutely.
I got a 23.
So the runes themselves appearing to be basically just like the kind of universal language of the arcane. They don't want to put wizard scrolls in common because you can't have commoners doing advanced magic. But in your travels, you have picked up enough of that, like just enough to get yourself in trouble, and to, part of demon hunting, identifying spells and learning how to counteract such things. It's just kind of the universal language of wizards, more or less, and it just says the private journal and thoughts and research of one Schmebulok.
Schmebulok?
Schmebulok.
We got this. We got Schmebulok.
You mean the Schmebulok?
Okay. Hey guys, I'm pretty sure this is the journal of a wizard. So, unless we find him or her down here, then I think we should just take it with us and see if somebody, like some magic user, wizard mage, somebody can help decipher it.
Chime is gonna make the sound of the harbor.
Harbor. Tam, can you help me out?
Yes.
Chime, can you relay to Tam what you mean by dock sounds?
A way home.
She thinks it could be a way home.
Ah, okay. All right. Yeah, if we find a wizard, maybe.
It's pretty common knowledge in the world that Schmebulok is the lone person so far to have returned from this continent. He teleported back. This is common knowledge that you all have. he teleported back, let the king of the kind of the coastal nation that most of you departed from and has spent some time in, and he almost immediately demanded to be sent back on the next boat to this world after telling him that it's a land of opportunity and how great it was. So yes, sorry, just for our audience who that might not have
Thank
paid
you,
attention.
because I knew that sounded familiar, but I remembered it more from Burger Bun's Pokemon stream. But I knew
My
it was used here.
Thick ass Venusaur.
So, wait, this is the wizard that like first told the mainland about this continent, right?
Wasn't he on the boat with us?
No, that was I don't remember his name.
That was
You should
Tape.
remember. Yeah. Um, anyone else find it a little odd that a world-renowned wizard who was trying to get people to come to this continent is sleeping in a dirty, moldy cave where demons are?
That is a little suspicious. And by a little, I mean, holy hell, that's suspicious.
I would keep it more suspicious that he's left his book behind. Be on your guard. Let's get going.
All right. Anyone else want to do anything else before we head out?
Time is unimpressed. She
I
does
am-
not care if Schmebulak has been sleeping in a hole in the ground or in a 5-star hotel. Does not matter. She's forced to open the book. Get in there and get home.
We can't open the book. It is closed right now. It is
Yeah.
locked closed. Sorry,
Right.
Chen.
Cam just looks up with admiration at James, at his wisdom and knowledge and horns. And mostly because he's taller than her, so she has to look up anyway.
All right. You guys ready to keep going down this tunnel? Are we going down the same way? Or do you want to turn back and go the other way?
Let's keep going. I'll take the lead this time.
Sounds good. I will follow up in the rear and prevent any ambushes from behind. Karm, why don't you go second? Tam and Chime in the middle.
Fair enough. Let's get going.
So we head towards the, I guess we're heading northeast now
Certainly.
in a narrow cave with jagged walls.
Exactly. Similar to before, once again, mixture of dirt, stone, the occasional kind of tree root poking through. After 40 feet, 45 feet, it comes to just an abrupt end. Whatever was maybe making this or did it stopped.
Nothing here. Just gotta turn around.
Anyone here know digging any dwarven trades or anything like that that can suss anything out here?
On me.
Talk.
Charma's gonna look at you and then kind of just go like gesturing at her body.
Tam starts profusely apologizing for being only 1/128th dwarf.
What are you trying to figure out, James?
Just to see like what made this or who made this and
Go ahead
what
and
kind of tools were used.
roll and investigate for me.
Rolled in an 11. Solid.
All right.
Just like this wall in my head.
Kind of looking at it, if at some point it was dug, it's probably been so long that just nature is starting to reclaim it. So it's you really can't tell what might or might not have caused it.
All right. Loop back around the other way.
All right.
I guess so.
Good plan to me.
Back to the entrance you go. So you have yet to explore this other tunnel leading to the west. Right, and just for brevity, I'm gonna go ahead and move you up here. Oh, I probably shouldn't have done that because now all your icons are weird.
And we're in the middle of the wall. But
Well, that too.
It's whatever.
Somebody turn no clip on.
Oh god.
There we
we
go.
just decided to plow through the wall head first.
There we go. You come to a section of this cavern, and it looks like you can all likely make it through, but it's gonna be a very tight squeeze, especially for Ken.
God damn it.
He's gonna point at Ken and say, "Ha ha."
Is it in the full Nelson voice?
Yes.
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 Great sword out and rolls it in his hand. Just go.
All right. Little bit of squeezing. You're not moving quickly by any means, and you definitely feel. Of course, this is the one section of the cave where it's just solid rock. There's no give, but you're able to make it through. And with your light spell, immediately in front of you, you see just gigantic cobwebs, but they're not still intact. They're still kind of hanging as if something has passed through. So maybe they've been there. I guess at this point, yeah, just cobwebs. Been there for a while. Maybe of no concern. Maybe of concern. Who knows?
All right. Well, Ken stands guard in case there's an attack while the others try to make it through to the other side.
All right, and the rest of you are relatively small, and again, it takes you a little bit of squeezing. You move about half as fast as usual, but you're all able to make it through without any further issues. And again, you notice the cobwebs that have been likely destroyed, and as you continue through the cave, the cobwebs on the ground get thicker and thicker, and you pass at some point a giant spider's corpse. It's definitely dead, laying on its back, legs curled up above it.
I would like to go up to the spider's corpse and investigate it, just to see if there's any indication as to what may have killed it.
Sure. Go ahead and investigate or medicine, whichever of those two is higher for you.
Let me check that. Looks like medicine is going to be better for me. And that is 68.
All right. So even a quick glance, you can see in the spider's abdomen, just in thorax, huge claw marks, very similar to the claw marks that you have on your own body right now.
Guys, I'm pretty sure there's more of those things we fought earlier.
Karn, do you want to take that healing potion we got from those people at that other place?
Not at the moment. I'm gonna hold out until I'm a little bit, see if I get a little worse off to use that.
Chime wants to make a pointed look at James.
What? What?
Tell me.
I'm just waiting for him to get all excited. I'm waiting for the show to start.
What? What's she saying, Tam?
She's expecting you to get really excited.
I haven't seen any demons yet.
All right.
But for all I know, it could be the demons that we already killed could have been over here.
Aren't you like, isn't he like a shark where he just, like he smells blood and then he just goes into a frenzy?
No.
I've seen that before, I think.
No. All right. Do you continue down this pathway?
Yes.
All right.
All right. As You continue. You come around a bend, and sure enough, just like Karn predicted, two of those ugly, festering creatures seemingly standing guard, looking in your direction. And as you come into view, and roll initiative, because it's demon fighting time again.
Wait.
With a big smile, I look at Chaman again. Oh, you mean this?
Go ahead and get yourselves in your positions. Perfect. All right.
I start singing. I'm so excited. I just can't hide it in honor of James's excitement.
All right. Ken apparently is most excited though, and you get to act first.
All right, Ken would like to cast a bless spell on himself, Karn, and Tambourine.
All right. Why don't you let us know what that does?
It's a concentration spell, good for 30 feet, but up to 3 creatures of my choice. When you bless up to 3 creatures. Whenever a target makes an attack roll or a saving roll before the spell ends, they roll a d4 and add that to the attack or save roll.
You said Karn and Tam as well?
Yeah.
Got it. All right, so that's your action. Do you want to use a move or anything else?
If I move, will I be able to get in the fighting stance?
Yeah, you can move up to them. You're kind of always in a fighting stance in that case.
Right here.
Perfect.
I'm 1 square away from the westernmost of 2 fiends.
2 of these disgusting, shambling creatures with loose skin, and again, the smell and stench of disease is just almost overwhelming as you approach them. James, your friends are here, and you're up next.
I hear demons. I'm going to run up to the corner to take a look and see what's going on. And to try and keep him out of the way, I'm going to take the southern one that is not in swinging distance from anybody yet. And I'm going to try and hold him in place with my Blood Curse of Binding. So that is a DC 13 against Strength. And
Go ahead.
Ooh.
So I thought I interrupted you there, James.
No, it's okay. I can choose to amplify while invoking before it affects the target.
Okay.
So I can't remember who wins in a tie.
In a tie, the defender wins.
Tie the defender wins. So nothing happens, and I instead am just going to shoot a bolt at it.
Okay.
Will a 24 hit?
A 24 will in fact hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
Hit it for 5 piercing.
Great.
All right, your shot, not as precise as your last one, does take a good-sized chunk off the creature as its skin kind of falls to the ground and is even looser in some places now, and looks at you in just disgust in its face and at you, not even trying to get out words.
It's like a sack of mashed potatoes.
Oh, I like mashed potatoes. Anything else your turn?
Nope.
All right. Tam, you're up next.
I go right up next to James, mostly because I want to be close to him. And I would like to cast Vicious Mockery on the undead person thing that hasn't been attacked yet.
Got it. Can you link that for me?
Of course. Yeah.
Perfect. So he's going to attempt a saving throw. What are you going to mock him with? What are you going to say to him? Because basically you were insulting him and trying to kill him.
Yeah.
I turn to Chime for inspiration, and I ask her for all the best phrases to scream at him.
Chime, you got anything?
Stop, thief! You're not welcome here. Is that the best you could do? So you're a bastard.
So
I
good.
repeat that.
And then the baby noise.
Oh. All
I mean,
right.
like a mocking baby noise.
Though it doesn't seem to fully understand you, it winces at the sound of your voice and the obvious disdain and hate behind it. And typically would fuel a creature like this, but your insult seemed to really hurt it. And it is an effect of your vicious mockery. So part of that is also it's so distracted and so distraught by you not wanting to be its friend and insulting it. It has disadvantage on its next attack roll. Anything else you want to move? Are you happy where you're at?
I am happy because James is near. I think
Chime,
that's fine.
you're up next.
That was vicious.
Oh,
Chime
mock.
is going to take another defensive posture. So we're right around the bend of a corner. She's going to come up right by the bend, staying close to the wall. And she's going to ready an attack with her daggers.
Got it. Okay. Karn, you're up next.
All right. I am actually going to move to where I am facing the southernmost creature here.
All right. So you kind of squeeze your way between James and Chime. Chime, almost mistaking you for a demon, like starts to get her dagger at you, but realizing very quickly with your angelic face that it did it.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Calm down. Calm down. Calm down.
And you're able to make your way through.
All right. I am going to go after the creature with a two-handed quarterstaff attack. That's a 13.
And with your bless that Ken has put on you, go and roll an extra d4 because you get that on top of your attack roll.
Oh, yeah. I forgot about that.
Can't forget bless.
Nice.
All right, a 17 then. Go and roll damage.
All right. 8.
Your blow is true as you just pummel this poor, disgusting creature into mush. And again, that mush turns to bugs and then turns to a black mist that dissipates as its physical body leaves your plane of existence. Anything else for you?
That is going to do it for me for now.
All right. You guys are very efficient this turn. I like it. The demon, just nothing else going on, is going to take a swipe at Ken.
Grab me, bro.
Having disadvantage from this being such a disappointment to Tam, who loves everyone, he just misses. Completely misses. Not even close. Like a drunk man staggering to his car after going to the bar and his friend stopping him. That bad. Yeah, that's not a bad analogy. Just ignore that one.
I don't even want to be your friend.
That's true. Oh, poor guy.
Oh.
Otherwise, he's going to stay there. And
She
Ken,
wants to be everybody's friend.
you're up
Damn.
next.
That thing had a heart.
Ken's gonna just attack with his great sword, and this time swing towards the wall and connect the creature's head to the stone wall.
Love it.
Where is it? There it is. Okay. Roll a d4 on top of that. Not that it might. I don't know if it'll matter. We're about to find out. Well, nope. Does an 8 hit?
An 8 does not hit, even though you're blessed. You make contact, but it's just squishier than you thought, and you didn't have enough force behind it, as it just seems to shrug off your otherwise powerful hit. Anything else?
I run behind it.
All right. James, you're up next.
Seeing this awesome opportunity, I am going to swap out to my dagger and run right up to it and just try and slice its guts open.
Okay. Roll to hit.
12.
That hits. Actually, you have a 21. You have advantage.
21.
All right. Roll damage.
5 piercing.
Pierce it right in the gut as it doubles over in pain. He's not sure what hurt worse, Tam's insult or that dagger to the gut. It's still standing, but starting to fall apart before your very eyes.
Breathe in the black mist.
It smells awful.
And I love it.
Dude.
All right, Tam, you're up next.
Chime really quick wants to just like, I don't know if it has to be on purpose when she talks to Tam, but very like upon seeing that wants to go, what the fuck?
Yeah, you can definitely. Yeah, if
Is it just like
you can intentionally
accidental?
talk to her. No, it's intentional.
Okay.
It's not like she has a mind invasion on you.
Do you feel like because she's the only one that understands you, you like subconsciously like try to reach out to her every time you talk?
A little bit. It's a new feeling.
Stop wedging a wedge between us, James.
So many wedges and wedges.
Not a wedge. I was trying to keep you guys more closer together.
Oh, never mind. Sorry.
More bigs than a wedge.
And Tam, you're up.
Okay, I'm just so angry and still reeling from my vicious mockery that I just want to impress everyone. So I'd like to take this one out with my light crossbow
All right.
and scream, "This is for you, friends!"
And then roll an extra d4 from the bless, thanks to Ken.
Can you tell me how?
Type /roll 1, then space 1d4. I'll type it out here. No problem. We like having players
That
of
was
all
a 2.
experience. Okay, so a 13 total.
13.
That hits. Roll your damage. So if you actually... You got that? You nailed that.
Ooh.
All right. So as James takes a deep breath, as he's doing it, a crossbow bolt shoots right by his head into this demon who's doubled over in pain. Man, that didn't quite work, but it works now. Pinning it to the wall as it starts to, again, dissipate into insects and just a black mist, and fades from existence. Defeated.
Whoops.
And I think, based on time and kind of everyone's schedule right now, I think this is a good place to end it. In the middle of a dungeon with who knows what kind of unspeakable horrors in front of you.
The Tomb of Horrors.
No, not the Tomb of Horrors. So we will be back January 5th with our next episode of KFD&D. Thank you all so much for tuning in. We absolutely love having you here. Huge thank you to the players. As always, you guys are great.
Happy holidays, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year.
All of that jazz.
Happy holidays.
Tune in with us tomorrow as we play Among Us, Space Murder and Lies. Super fun. Oh, and I love your shirt there. I don't know what screen you're on right now because everything's got screwed up, but it's fine. It's fine. And then on Christmas Day, 8 o'clock, I will be streaming I Love You, Colonel Sanders. And I will be dressed up in my convention Colonel Mustard outfit doing this. So, huge thank you to our whole community. We hit 100 followers, 25 subscribers. We could not do, and we would not do it without you. You're the reason we're here, the reason we do it. And then we'll have our probably regular schedule next week, even though we're on a little vacation. Jillian and I are going to take some time off of work because we need it, because everyone needs it right now. Yeah, players, do you guys have anything you want to plug, especially Burger Bone's amazing channel?
I'm on break this week because it's the holidays. But I just started a Crystal Nuzlocke. So basically, when the Pokemon faint, they're dead. I'm not allowed to use them anymore. I've already killed 4 Pokemon, and I've only beaten 1 gym. I'm really bad at it. So come watch that whenever that happens next. I don't know. If you're in the Discord, just message me there, and then I can give you a link to my Discord. And that helps set up my schedule because it changes week by week. I know that's not the best for streamers, but yeah.
Sounds like the most grim, dark version of Pokemon ever.
The best is that it's randomized, so it's completely different Pokemon. I have no clue what I'm getting into every time I go into a battle. And I'm only allowed to catch the first Pokemon that I find on each route. So I have a limited amount of Pokemon. I can't just go out and catch another one. Yeah, so yeah.
Sounds
RIP,
tough.
Pickles and Mayo, Aurora, and there's another one that I am forgetting.
All the burger toppings.
Yeah.
Well, definitely check out Burger Bun Stream.
Oh, Beef. That was his name, Beef.
And Beef. One of my favorite streamers, of course, because, we're friends, so that helps. But yeah, we're going to go ahead and end it. We're going to raid Brambeard, as I mentioned before, because those are some good guys. But I hope everyone has amazing holidays, whatever you celebrate. Christmas, Hanukkah, anything at all, New Year's, if you don't celebrate anything,
Or
just enjoy the
nothing
season.
at all.
Yeah. And I already lost my raid button because I'm struggling tonight. All right, we're going to head over to Brambeard. Thanks again for tuning in. Happy holidays, and see you all soon.
Take care, everyone.
Bye.
Bye. Who has the sausage? Oh, I missed it.
You missed it.